Test, Test. Další turnaj se blíží. A tentokrát jsme si na výběru místa dali hodně záležet. Mohli jsme hrát na jistotu a vybrat
třeba Paříž.
nebo Tokio. Nebo Dubaj. Ale my jsme si vybrali Brno. Proč? Protože v Brně se jedou ty největší bomby!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this press conference after OKTAGON 59, which we had in big style. We had many knockouts and submissions and many fantastic fights. And let me welcome all the fighters from tonight's tournament. Veronika Smolková, Milan Datinilka, Radek Roušal, and then Novak and Jonas Magar. And now it's time, my friends, journalists, for your questions. First question for Veronika. Veronika, this was your first win in OKTAGON. It was very sweet. You said you want to get the title. What's your plan now? When do you want to fight again? And what's your vision for the future of the title match? I'm super excited about the win, but I'll get the decisions. I'll leave it to my trainers, my coaches, and maybe 2 more matches, and then it's time. When you take a look at the Czech and Slovak or European scene, do you have any fighters you would like to face? Not specifically anyone in my mind, so if they give me someone and my coaches say yes, I'll fight them. Next question for Dětelinka. Milan, your second premiere at OKTAGON was a very fast fight. It was very emotional for you. How sweet of a win was it for you? What energy did you get from it? So after all the bad things that had happened, maybe I didn't really show it, but there was a lot of pressure on me. And I'm very happy to have gotten a second chance. I wanted to show my best performance. It was a huge pressure on my person. I'm very happy to get the win. It's an amazing feeling. When you fought for the OKTAGON title, the division was completely different. Now there are huge names on huge levels, very good names, very good fighters. So what's your plan for next year? Well, the closest plan was this fight, and that worked out, and now I'm happy about that, and I want to enjoy it. And I'm not looking into the future. I have no idea about the future right now. Thank you for the question, bro.
Adam Solga, Denník Šport. Milan, my keď sme si telefonovali, tak ste hovorili, aký
question
dôležitý
for
bude
Milan.
ten zápas.
We had a phone call and you said this match was going to be very important. Many people doubted you. Even you said that you doubted yourself. So what helped you? Well, I changed something in the preparation stage. I got a new coach. I traveled a lot. I went to Ostrava and also to Slovakia. Yes, there were doubts. I had doubts. I had some negative, some bad times when it comes to my sports career. I don't really want to talk about it right now. You probably know what it's all about. So I was doubting myself, whether or not I can fight again. Or whether I can beat someone in the cage. But I think, yeah. Once again, I did have some doubts. And I'm very happy for the knockout, because it's the most valuable win for me.
Teraz taká možno jednoduchšia otázka na pánov
One
Nováka
more
a Roušala.
question for Novak and Roušal.
Máme za sebou akciu, ktorá bola Open Air na
We had an
Slovensku.
open air event, the first open air event in Slovakia after a very successful event at Štvanice. How did it influence your preparation? Was it specific? So for me, the hot weather is good. I like it. But the problem was there were not that many sparring partners because they're taking vacations. But yeah, I had no issue with the heat. I was kind of worried if it would be very hot today, it might be a bit more difficult, but the weather was fine, so it was okay with me. Hi everyone, my preparation was fine, I had a great team, and I'm okay, I'm ready to go again. So everything was absolutely fine, and I don't worry about the weather. A question for Marek Novák. So after your last match, you had issues with your stamina, and that's why you lost. So was this your strategy? Try stand up in the first round and then take it to the ground and test the grappling? Yeah, the first octagon match, I got so tired by the grappling. So I had some experience with that. I didn't know what to expect from 5-minute rounds. It was a huge experience for me, and I took most from it. The plan for today was that I want to keep it in the stand-up position. Well, but it's 50-50 standing up. You might get hit, or you might, or somebody might hit you. Well, it wasn't 50-50. Look at your face and look at mine. Well, at the end of the first round, I took it to the ground, maybe, and there I saw there's more chance for success. Well, I thought you would just be standing up and that blood would be flowing, but in the end, there was nothing. Well, first round KO. You had a good rear naked choke there, which probably kind of wore out your hands. You had the choke there, you wanted to finish the fight, but there was still some space left under the neck. Yeah, it was just my one hand, so I couldn't close it completely, and he was checking my attempts. Yeah, so he kept holding it off, and from my experience, this really wore out my hands last match, so I didn't want to repeat that, so that's why I just left it. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. Next question for Radek Rušal. You wanted a huge fight, but MMA is about being a complex fighter. Did this fight help you? Did you grow from the experience? And what are your plans for the future? Well, I'm fighting in Brno in September, so I'm getting ready. Yeah, I tried. I have some more experience. I'm getting better every day. I need to work on my defense, and I just I have to keep on pounding more hits.
Sylvester Babko, Max MMA. Question for Jonas Magart. You had title fight cancelled practically in the last minute. How did you feel about it?
It is what it is. I got another fight and I got to showcase my skills, so that's what it's all about. Of course, there was a lot of build-up for the Lima fight and I wanted my revenge, but it's just one of them. It's fighting. You cannot always just focusing on the opponent. You have to focus on yourself, and that's what I did. Got a good opponent instead, and yeah, very happy about it. The end result.
Thank you. Otázka na Veroniku Smolkovú.
A question for Veronika Smolková. You've been preparing with Lucka Sabová. How was it? It's absolutely great. And I don't know what else to say. She's great.
Jonas, congrats first. When you look at the division, there's no title holder. I think the next is Farbord. He beat Sunny Kietze. Do you think Farbord is next for the title against you?
I am the title. That's how it is. I am the title. It doesn't matter. I feel like I can beat all of them. I can just take them one by one. But they need to get some wins as well, you know, because it's just one of them. But yeah, I would like to fight Fabo. I already reached out to fight him before. I was offered him before, but he was under another contract back then. So they can all get it. It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
One for Rusal. Rusal, it was your first defeat in Octagon, but you put in a great performance anyway. just how pleased are you with your performance, and how much can you learn from your first defeat?
I'm very happy. Well, I'm not happy about losing, but I'm happy for showing up and going up for the hunt. And well, I'm gonna keep working. This loss is not gonna stop me. I was better standing up. I was defending his attempts, so he was just controlling the game. That's it.
And one for Jonas. You obviously won in Newcastle in January in the UK. Another impressive performance tonight. Do you see yourself headlining a UK card in the future?
Wherever they want me to fight, I'll fight. It doesn't matter. I liked the prelims a little bit today because I didn't have to wait so much to fight. I want to fight. It's a long time to wait when you have to wait till end of the night, you know. So, but it is what it is. I will just show up and fight. It doesn't matter where, when, or who. They'll all get it.
Nice one.
I've got a question for Novak. Obviously, you were very good on the floor, but were you upset not to get that TKO in the end? Because your grapple was very good, but is this a learning experience from how much time you spent standing up?
Tak určite, že by bolo lepšie to
Yeah,
ukončiť.
it would have been better if I got the submission or the TKO.
Tak, ale výhra sa počíta.
But it's still a win. So it's a green dot in my ShareDoc stats, so I'm happy about that.
Question for Piotr. Piotr, what a tough fight. What happened to your eye? You've come late, so you have fixed eye after the fight, but there was some problems afterwards, I was told.
Yes, I have to go to doctor, and he threw me, repair my eye, and it's good.
So, pretty messed up cut. How early do you want to fight again? You've mentioned Patrick Kinsel. If not him, do you have anyone else in your mind?
I look like pirate, and come on, pirate.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Dámy a páni, poprosím ešte
Ladies and
poslednú
gentlemen,
otázku, ak máme.
the last question, please, for Piotr.
Ak už
So,
sme položili poslednú otázku,
if there are
ďakujem
no
veľmi
further
pekne
questions,
za
thank you
účasť
very
Veronike
much
Smolkovej,
for
Milanovi
attending this,
Ďakovi,
and
Radkovi Rovšalovi,
Veronika
Markovi
Radek,
Novákovi,
and
Jonasovi
everyone in
Magadovi, Piotrovi
attendance
Pavšiniakovi.
today.
Už o malú chvíľu nás čaká druhá
And
časť
in
tlačovej
a very
konferencie
short while, there'll be the
spoločnosti
second part
aj
of this press
Ondru
conference
Nerudu.
with Ondra
A
Novotný
taktiež
and
nebude
Paolo
chýbať
Neruda,
Lozen Keita, Ivan Buchinger a množstvo
Ivan Buchinger,
zápasníkov, ktorí si
and
dnes,
many
verím,
other
že
fighters
znova získali
who showed up today
vašu nielen pozornosť, ale
gave
aj
you
obdiv. O
amazing
malú chvíľu pokračujeme ďalej.
performances.
Ďakujem krásne.
Keep it locked.
Další turnaj se blíží. A tentokrát jsme si na výběru místa dali hodně záležet. Mohli jsme hrát na jistotu a vybrat
Třeba Paříž.
nebo Tokio. Nebo Dubaj. Ale my jsme si vybrali Brno. Proč? Protože v Brně se jedou ty největší bomby!
Tak jo, vítejte na takovém mezitiskovém
This is our inter-press conference.
dvou bojovníků, kteří budou
These are two fighters that will be the main faces
dvou turnajů v
of
Čechách.
two tournaments in the Czech Republic. Machmuradov.
Machmuradov.
Když tak vezmu za tebe.
Perfektní.
I'm losing my voice. I can take over. Perfect.
Vaše otázky.
And then Samuel Pirate Kristofic. Please ask your questions.
Manažer Deník Sport, ale první otázku poprosím na tebe. A to
So my first question will be for you, Ondra. Do you have a confirmed opponent for Machmuradov? Yes, we do have one. Do you want to talk about him? Do it.
Radši řekne tady.
Can Ondra say it,
Okay,
please?
tak Machův soupeř
So
bude
his opponent will
jeden
be one of
bojovníků
the toughest
váhový
fighters
480 kg
in the
Scott Askham.
84 kilogram category. Scott Askham. So he's a prestigious fighter.
Na vás oba, je to ten úvod, který jste si přáli?
Is this the introduction that you wished for?
Prověrka na úrovni.
Will it be a worthy fight for you?
Ale já jsem přišel k Ondrovi, jsme něco domluvili s Pálem.
Went to talk to Ondra. I was like,
give
me something. Like, if you give me good conditions for fighting, I'll sign. You could give me a list of names. He did, and I accepted one. In Brno, I will make my debut. In Eden, I saw how I was welcomed, and I knew then that I hadn't made a mistake.
Otázka je ještě další, a to je
Another question for you.
Na ten line-up, který tě čeká.
And that's the lineup that we have ahead of us in September. You said you didn't want to fight frequently. Look, anything can happen in a fight. In September, and then after the press conference, if I get the bonus. So when I used to fight here before, there were no bonuses. Now there are. So that's what's going to be the main thing for me on that night. And then we'll talk about what's next. So yeah, that's a question for the chief
Velká
here.
motivace pro všechny je bonus, ale velká motivace pro všechny
the bonus is a big motivation, but also the title is a big motivator.
Střednědobě blízkým plánu
Is
pro
that
Macha.
something that you do plan on
Je
working
vlastně někdo,
towards?
kdo je hodně vysoce postavený, má obrovský jméno
So
na evropské
there
scéně.
is someone
Je to
who's
je to někdo,
a
kdo
very
je hned
prestigious
a
name,
pro titulový bitvu.
your opponent. So do you think that this is your ticket for the title fight?
Takže určitě ano.
Of course, yeah, I do believe
Otázka
so.
na sama Krištofiče. Samo, co
Question
si
for Sam Krištofič.
odnášíš, jaký pocit v tobě zůstal z té
How are you
interakce, která tam byla mezi
feeling
tebou a
about
Carlosem?
tonight and your interaction with Carlos?
Tak neodnášam si akože žiadny pocit.
There's no feeling left over in me. I don't know what to say. He was just trying to get out of a fight with me. He was trying to play it off as like it's Attila's decision. It's ridiculous.
Říkáš, vlastně nechává to na Attilku, budeš nějak vlastně to vůbec
So
Attilu
you said
diskutovat, nebo si
that
myslíš, že to
he
je
threw it all on Attila, but will you discuss it with
Nie,
him?
takže ja som chlap a Carlos je
No,
chlap
I'm
a
a
čo mám
man, Carlos is a man, what am I supposed to do? Attila is a
akože
fighter. What is he supposed to do in between us?
Komunikovať som komunikoval s
I can
Carlosom,
communicate with
posrala si,
him.
alebo čo
I
tam
wanted to
urobil a
communicate
čo
with
ja viem,
Carlos, and he didn't.
Proste smiešný celý, jak je najprv
He chickened out. It's ridiculous.
9 krát z 10 zápasov, teraz mu poviem tak poď to dokázať.
So I told him to prove what he said about being able to beat me in 9 out of 10 fights. So, and now he's backing out. Well, if Carlos doesn't say yes, we could talk about us facing off after this press
Tak když na
conference.
Carlosu takhle mluví, tak není problém.
There's no problem with me. We could go head to head.
Oba dva zápasy.
Tak ty vole, nenecháme jakoby na Petra.
We're not gonna.
takhle mluvit, chápu, že jakoby tady...
We're not gonna let anybody be talked about like that, of course.
Já jsem první věc přišel
Look,
za
I'm talking
Ondrou,
about
řekl,
what he
jediný,
said
proti komu
tonight.
nepostavím se, Carlos.
The only person
a
that I
Monster.
will
Jinak
never
komu nedáš
stand
soupeře.
against, that I will never
Takže
fight
když
against,
jakoby
is Carlos and
když
Monster.
nebude
Anybody
zápasit,
else, I'm
když
up for
nějaký
it.
bude z duchu nebude chtít jít, tak
So if Carlos doesn't want to unretire, you and me could go at it.
domluvíme.
Will you let that happen?
Tak jsem rád, že je...
I'm glad
Ale já vím, že
that we
nemáš
have
rád
that
na
out.
tiskovce a nebo po zápase.
I know that you don't like this happening at the press conference. I just like that there's more and more options now.
Zeptám se, co si vlastně ty odnášíš? Čekal jsi to, že
But what are
přijde ta
you
výzva
taking
na
away
Carlose?
from this? Did you expect Carlos to
Já si
be
odnáším
called out
to,
like that?
že máme super možnosti. Že
I just
to je
like
zábava.
that
To je
there's
vlastně
many
jako pro
doors
mě to
open, we have a
nejdůležitější.
lot of
Protože
options,
dneska
and
jsem měl
that's
rozhovor
very
před
important with
turnajem a
me,
říkal jsem,
to
hele,
me.
já jsem vyždímaný jako citron a už chci jenom
I
vyřet vlastně
said
a
before this
vypídnout
tournament
telefon,
that I'm just like,
protože už si
I'm
to na mě
out of
podepisuje
juice.
všechno taky.
I'm out of juice, I'm no
vlastně
lemon,
teďka
and I
jsem
just
vlastně
want to
to
have a
nemiluju
break.
jako v tuhletu chvíli, jo. Budu muset dát strašně moc
And
úsilí do toho,
I
abych
will have to put a lot of
dnešní turnaj
effort
nějakým způsobem
into actually
oddělal tak, jak mám.
sending off this tonight's tournament. But so that's what I thought. But this tournament was just turned out so great. And honestly, if I don't take a break, my wife will kill me. And you do need to take a break for a bit. So will do that, and then I'll come back to that. We'll circle back and think about whatever has been said tonight. We'll talk about Pirate, Mach, Carlos. I do understand the Pirates' desire to have a 93 kilo category belt. So in 93, are we gonna go for the title, Pirates? Well, it's just a question. I'm answering. So he's number 72 worldwide, and Carlos right now is number 73. So I understand that as the true pirate, he wants to loot for as much as he can. And that's correct. And Mach does have the right to try for it. So do you feel like Carlos will go into it? Do you feel like he will complete the trilogy? Attila said that he would like to do that within a year previously. And you do feel like he wants to. We all feel like it. But we just have to make it work. But you can't go off a feeling in this business. But we are moving towards it, apparently. Pirate. Are you trying to move up a category now? Or would you like to go for a rematch in the 84 kilo category with Kinsel? Well, I've started moving towards the heavyweight category, so I just want to keep with that. And I do feel like that is the correct route for me. We'll see. The ball is in their court. Thank you.
Tak otázka ešte na sama
Question for Sam. If you win against Carlos again, will that kind of mess up the trilogy that would be coming up?
Tak tá otázka tu bola, aj keď som znižil prvý zápas, že v
that question has already been here. If I beat Carlos, in December, will it screw up the duology? But I don't think it's gonna do that. It didn't happen in December. It's not gonna happen the second time. How was it coming back from the island? Now you're trying to move up a category. That's kind of crazy. So after the fight with Carlos, that's something that I have been thinking since then. I felt so strong throughout my whole training camp, and I did feel good in my training. I felt more at ease. And it was the best that I felt. And of course, I just felt good, way too good, and I felt like cutting so much weight, losing so much body water, it's just not the best way for me. The promoter has said that there are a lot of options. But is there still the plan for a trilogy, Carlos versus Attila, or is that off the table? Is that plan B now? I don't know what your plan A is, but I still have a lot of plans, and that's not how this works. Thanks for that answer. Thanks. Ondro, the English tournaments. But let's finish up with the guys and we can talk about this later. We don't want this to be my press conference. Question for Mach Muradov. Mach, everybody knows that you have a business in Uzbekistan. You have your own organization. You said that you would probably not be able to fight frequently so that you could also run your organization. But I mean, I don't know about that. I'm planning September and then November. We'll see. I keep my distance. Work will not get away from me.
MMA ohne Maske, Deutschland, Germany. And Andre, simple question: do you think, Pirat deserved this title shot at 93 kilo? or because he skipped the whole division, or is it most important to make these legendary fights like Pirat against Vemola?
Pirat is number 72 in fight metrics, so sometimes things are crazy, and he's on a better position now than anybody else from the division. So, and he's also the first one who called out the champion. Nobody else did it so far.
That's right.
One for Pirat. You obviously defeated Carlos Vemola, one of the quickest knockouts in Octagon history. How much bitterness do you think Vemola still has over that win that you got over him?
Ja neviem, ako to nesie. Ja si myslím, že to
I'm not sure how he's taking it. I think he's dealing with it pretty well. He's won with Attila, so I think he's back in form. So I don't think he's really holding any grudges. I think he managed to shake it off pretty well. And he came back victorious.
Pekný večer, Krupár, Flash Skoreska. Ja mám otázku na Piráta.
Question for Pirate.
Teda, že ťa nahnevalo to, čo
You
o tebe
said
hovoril
that
Carlos,
what Carlos said about you made you mad.
Nahnevalo ťa to
He said
možno
that
o
he
to viac,
beat you in 9
vzhľadom
out
na
of
to,
10
ako
fights.
dopadol ten váš posledný zápas?
Did it made you even matter considering how your last fight ended up? Well, before our first fight, he was running his mouth about me. He was bringing me down with his words. And I only gave him respect. I knew that he was a legend of the sport. He won with Attila, and now he's back to talking crap about me. So I don't like that. I've never given him that.
Pokiaľ človek sledoval aj tú vašu rivalitu, tak vy ste
when
potom
anybody
fakt
who's kept up with your rivalry,
môžeme povedať, že ťa to nejak
we could
sklamalo
say
teraz,
that
si nečakal, alebo to
you
už tak
kind of
neberieš?
fixed up your relationship, but so are you disappointed that it changed back? I don't know if I'm disappointed, but I just called him out. Let's see if it's the way you say it is. Thank you.
OK, tak děkuju oběma klukům,
thank you to both
Machovi i
fighters,
Pirátovi,
Mach and
a
Pirate.
uděláme
Thank
poslední
you for being
switch a
here.
přijdou
And now we're
slavní
gonna move on
karty.
to the last part of the press conference.
Vítajte na
Welcome back to the last part of the press conference after OKTAGON 59. What an amazing tournament. We saw some incredible performances tonight. Everyone is healthy. Raška has been through a checkup, a neurological checkup, and it looks like he's fine. And the other fighters are fine. And there was Wawrzyniak had a nice cut, but thanks to everyone. Thanks to all the fighters and Team OKTAGON as well. I hope you had fun today, and I'll give the floor to Ondra.
Tak já taky samozřejmě gratuluju všem k fantastický
Congratulations to everyone for this amazing tournament. 10 fantastic matches. It was a fantastic card from start to finish. Many thanks to all the fans and the journalists. And the Tipsport bonus for the performance of the night goes to the legend Petr Monster Kníže.
Že prej to odhlasovali, Petře, na
so they voted
další
on
přípravu.
This so that you can get ready for another fight.
Takže vyplatí
That's
se
what they told me.
rozhovor.
So maybe the interview after the fight helped you a little bit there. First question.
Marian Čustr, Deník Sport. První otázka na Petra.
First question for Petr.
Mi přijde, že teď v tobě.
You look very excited. Are you happy about the bonus? Is this giving you more motivation to fight more? People are asking you, is this your last tango? So is this giving you more drive to go into another fight? The bonus is fantastic, thanks to everyone, but that's not why I'm fighting. I fight for a different reason. I fight because I'm always in the sport. It's still entertaining for me. I still like it. And when I want to spar with Mach or some other people, even though I'm not on their level, I can still spar with them. So I don't see a reason why I couldn't have a fight. One more question. You were here against the Slovak, but people were shouting, "Monster, monster." I have a family in Slovakia, so that's first thing. But we also had a lot of fans from our gym, and they took the train and they got ready for all the chants and all the fan activities. A question for the promoters. We saw 2 Tipsport Game Changer fights. Do you have the other semifinals lined up? When will we see them?
Máme semifinále Tipsport Game Changer bude v Brně 20.
The semifinal will be in Brno on the 21st of September. What about the final? Or is there still something that could influence this?
No, takhle.
So this is my question. This is my answer. We'll see.
Otázka na Ronnieho Paradisera.
A question for Ronnie Paradiser. A fantastic performance against Torres. Is this your best win in your career? Well, it's definitely one of the best ones. I'm very happy for the win, extremely happy to have beaten him. He is a very good opponent, but there are more very tough opponents that I beat. So it's one of the biggest scalps. You made weight, no, but it was on the second attempt, second try. You looked very tired at the weigh-ins. How difficult is it compared to the first weight cut? In the future, will you try to cut weight sooner? So last time I didn't make weight because I only had a camp or preparation for 3 weeks. Also, I had COVID and I just went all in. So it wasn't like I didn't make weight because I wasn't trying hard enough. And this time, everything went correctly. It was just 100 grams over. That can happen. You have different ways, for example. It wasn't a huge issue for me, making weight. But yeah, it's still a hard thing. And, well, Brno, that's in 10 weeks. So that's a brutal thing for me. Because now I'm much heavier. So cutting all that weight, going up and down is very painful. It's not easy.
Postoupil i Lozen Keita, jeden z těch hlavních
Lozen
rivalů
Keita,
na
one of your main rivals
rivalů.
in your career, also
Potěšilo tě
made
to, že
the
vlastně se můžete
semifinals.
setkat?
Were you happy about
Určitě ano,
that?
my jsme byli spolu v šatně, já mu
Oh, we were in the locker room,
dneska si prostě
and we
držíme
just
palce.
said, yeah,
Já jsem tvoj největší fanoušek,
fingers crossed for you. I'm your biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan. We both wanted to move on as far as possible and probably meet in the final. You also fought Mateusz Legierski. What about
Je to velmi náročné pro
that match of your two
takisto jak
former
já s tím Makojdanem Dukom,
opponents?
ten Duk je
What's
prostě
a
kvalitní super,
very difficult
podobným,
match.
jakoby podobným
Duke
stylu
is
trošku, že
very,
vie dobre
very
wrestlovať,
tough.
vie aj tom
He
stylu
knows how
také,
to
že
wrestle. He
bude to
knows
taký
how
bák a
to
to isté, čím
strike.
prostě Legierski Keita, že
And we saw that in the fight Legierski Keita will probably be standing up. Keita is smarter, in my opinion.
Legierski je taky ten surový člověk, čo
And Legierski is just, he's just brutal, he's rough, and he's gonna come at you with that hook, and you need to defend your head. Thanks, and congratulations. One more question to Ivan Buchinger. Great performance tonight. You were on fire since the very beginning, since the first round, which is not what we see with you. You've usually been called the diesel engine. You've been called out by Shamrock. He's very controversial, and he's from your division. Did you hear about that, or is it something that you wanna engage in?
Neviem o tom nič, že ma vyzval.
I don't know about that. I didn't hear about him calling me out. Well,
Ivan,
he did.
určite zober, prosím ťa.
Nech príde.
Ivan, take the fight. Take the fight. Well, you know, when the time comes.
Adam Solga, denník Šport. A relatívne nedávno sa vrátili futbalisti.
So quite recently we had our football players and they had a press conference and the oldest player said, "You're old, you're over 30. He said he regenerates faster than a 20-year-old, and now we have Petr Kníže here. Everybody says you're old. How's your regeneration? Do you recover as fast as 20-year-olds? Well, of course, recovery is something special, and when you're older, you need to approach it completely differently. So if you have 2 beers with dinner, probably the next day you won't feel really great. It's, you know, it's about your diet, it's about a complex approach, and it's possible, but you can never stop. It takes a little bit longer, but you can get there.
A Ivana Buchingera sa opýtam, ten zápas bol vypísaný
a question to Buchinger. You had a reserve fight in the OKTAGON Tip Sport Game Changer. And you keep saying that you don't want to get rushed, you know, you're getting a bit more relaxed, but now you're kind of back in the pyramid, and you could enter the pyramid. Well, I say this. Everybody keeps saying this. People want to believe that I'm old and I don't want to fight, but I do want to fight. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. I want to keep winning and moving on and progress.
Moja otázka, sme tu na slovenskej pôde, ako domáci sa opýtam.
We're here in Slovakia. How happy are you with what we've seen today? You brought a slightly different format here, took it from Štvanice here to Slovakia. How happy are you about it? Well, we're happy. We saw amazing fights. We said this might have been the best card Bratislava has ever seen. And it was everything we expected and more. We're really happy we could bring OKTAGON to Bratislava. OKTAGON started in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. And the fans from here can see a world-class show. For example, the Game Changer. It's basically the European Championship. And the fans can see it here in Bratislava. That's fantastic. This is what we brought here. People are having fun. It gave me goosebumps when people started clapping at the very beginning of the tournament. There was a round of applause as soon as Ondra and Brian stood in front of the cage. We're very happy with what happened today. For us, it's motivation to come back next time and even stronger. And we'll do everything for the next event to be even better than today. We're bringing entertainment to the fans. 6 hours of absolute fun.
A question for the promoter. Paul, you said in an interview you spoke about big TV deal in Germany for the Frankfurt Stadium. Can you tell us about this one?
I wish, but it's like negotiations, so we cannot talk about it. But we are even closer since then, so everything is going in good direction, and we believe it can be massive. Like it could be a big change, really.
Okay. You release a big list of names that you released from OKTAGON. Can you tell us a little bit more, especially many English fighters?
No, it doesn't matter from where those fighters are, because like it's obvious that even in this tournament it was only like I think 7 or 8 Czech or Slovak fighters. The rest was foreigners, so everybody is the same for us, obviously. And they were asking for fights, which is obvious, and we didn't have that many tournaments, and we have to do the cuts because we never did any cut so far. So now, as we are growing, we have to do this, and we are giving them chance to fight on a local scene or smaller tournaments, and then we can maybe cross the path again if they will be successful and they will suit us for our plans.
Do you plan with any English or British events 2025?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Question for Keita. Congratulations on your victory. Another brilliant performance. There's been interest. You've spoken about interest from the UFC before. How pleased are you that you've stayed with OKTAGON, such a brilliant and thriving promotion? You're one of the poster boys of the promotion. How pleased are you that you've stayed with OKTAGON?
Very good. Otherwise, I would not stay here. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Like I'm fighting in Slovakia, man. You saw my interest. Like it's crazy. Like yesterday on the way, and he is the main event. I got more fans than him in his hometown. So for me, it's crazy to be here.
Nice one.
So yeah.
And a question for Andre or Pavel. We all know Shamrock. He's a very loud character. He's very boisterous. He's very, you saw that firsthand with his press conference where he started attacking someone. But I'm just wondering, how would you like Buki to put Shamrock in his place at sort of in Liverpool, in his own hometown next year?
Yeah, we would love to, but it's not that easy, obvious. Because we, especially in Liverpool, we was trying to get the venue, but
it's prohibited there still, as far as we know. So
okay, well,
yeah,
maybe Manchester again.
But Shem need to go there and negotiate with the city or something.
We want that.
I've got a question for Lucia, actually, because you're still undefeated. Do you go into every fight now just with sky-high confidence?
Yeah, I feel confident, and I am really glad that I'm undefeated, because it's really hard to stay undefeated, and yeah, it's pure joy for me now.
And Ivan, as well, just the crowd was absolutely amazing for you as well tonight. How much of a boost was that towards the fight?
Akože strašne moc.
It really motivated me so much. It was a brutal audience. I had goosebumps. It's an incredible feeling to be here in Bratislava with so many amazing fans.
I have a question for Lucini. So you're someone who always talks like very, very positive about your promotion. You always like to compare OKTAGON to other promotions and say OKTAGON is better. Now in the Game Changer, there were fighters from overall, but in the semifinals there are 3 fights from OKTAGON out of 4. So what does it mean about the level in OKTAGON for you?
Torres, for where he is from again?
Kazuli.
He is home. What is his name again? Agi, for where he is from?
Cage Warriors.
He is home. The other guy, they are all home, so that show the level, it by itself. So.
You say you want to fight in Frankfurt. Now they just said it will be in Brno. You will still try to negotiate that, or you accept it?
The problem is September is a little bit hard for me because September I expect a baby. and Frankfurt is like 4 hours from my house. You know, like fighting in Frankfurt, you'll be like fighting home. You know, so I would love to fight at the football stadium, and I think I deserve it for all the thing I do for Octagon. You know, Legeski, I already have a long break, so now I'm in shape. I didn't get damage. Like I say, I'm becoming a father in September, so you know I need to go away for camp and stuff like that. For me, Frankfurt will be more, and I like to fight in Brno. That I make my debut there, you know. But I want more fans to come this time, and Frankfurt to be. So Andre, I'm just giving a tip. So Frankfurt, you know.
I have a question for both promoters. Imagine Keita and Ronnie both could go to the final. Will it be like one of the biggest fights in Octagon history, like it all happened actually between both? Like, how much would you rank this fight in Octagon history?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Like in that fight, I believe, as I remember, Ronnie said that it will be like 2 title fight in one fight. Like he will put his belt, yeah, on the stock. So this could be something, but I believe that Legerski and Aikoran Duque, they show us that we can skip the semi-final. So we will see after. And I believe that also I know actually, sorry Keita, that semi-final will be in Brno.
No problem, work is work.
Yeah, for all of us.
One more question from me to Lukáš. Lukáš, what was the missing piece today, and are you planning to continue with Octagon?
My contract is for this tournament. I fight my life. I be continue this fight.
One final question to Ivan. First of all, congratulations. You got called out by 2 German fighters, Attila Korkmaz and Lom Alieski, the newest fighter from Octagon. Is there any interest to fight them?
Neviem, veľmi dobrá otázka. Všetci ma vyzývajú.
Really good question. I keep getting called out by people.
Ja furt dostanem otázku, že koho vyzýval by som
I keep getting the question of who do I want to challenge, but I can't even, I don't even have time to challenge people. They just keep challenging me. I'm just waiting for getting a partner or opponent assigned.
Okay, then give us your dream fight. When you can choose one.
Ja nemám také.
I don't have one.
majú sny so mnou zápasiť, takže...
Everybody's dreaming of fighting me, and that's the way it is. I don't care.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I believe that's it. So you are more than welcome on the after party on the boat. We are going there. Good. Yeah, it's a big boat. You don't like the water?
Summer party, right? Let's party.
Yeah, let's party.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the viewers. Thank you all the fighters, and good luck until the next one.
Další turnaj se blíží. A tentokrát jsme si na výběru místa dali hodně záležet. Mohli jsme hrát na jistotu a vybrat
třeba Paříž.
Nebo Tokio. Nebo Dubaj. Ale my jsme si vybrali Brno. Proč? Protože v Brně se jedou ty největší bomby!